on Fox 35 News.
Breaking news, the U.S. Supreme Court refuses to block gay marriages in Florida.
Right now on Fox 35 News at 10.
Breaking news about the fight to legalize gay marriage here in Florida. It could happen as soon as next month. That's because of a key ruling that happened earlier today. The U.S. Supreme Court decided they will not block same-sex marriages from happening here.
And Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi wanted the High Court to put things on hold, but the Supreme Court refused. So that means gay marriage in Florida could happen as soon as January the 6th. Bondi releasing this statement. Tonight, the United States Supreme Court denied the state's request for a stay in the case before the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals. Regardless of the ruling, it has always been our goal to have uniformity throughout Florida until the final resolution of the numerous challenges to the voter-approved constitutional amendment on marriage. Nonetheless, the Supreme Court has now spoken, and the stay will end on January 5th.
Equality Florida, the state's largest gay advocacy organization, released this statement. We are thrilled the U.S. Supreme Court has denied the state's request to delay marriages in Florida. Every day of delay is another day of harm experienced by thousands of loving and committed same-sex couples in Florida. It's time to break out the wedding bells. We look forward to January 6th being a special day. Florida is ready for the freedom to marry. Joining me tonight is Steve Kramer with Kramer Law. So, Stephen, the U.S. Supreme Court has said, we're not touching this. We're not extending this stay. So what does that mean now come January 6th here in the state of Florida?
That basically means come January 6th, we're going to have same-sex marriage in the state of Florida.
Period.
Period. This is it. You can't get higher than the Supreme Court. That's where it ends. The U.S. Supreme Court is as high as you get.
This subject of gay marriage here in the state of Florida is far from over, right? The U.S. Supreme Court said today we are not extending the stay, but that's not a final ruling because there is still an appeal out there, right?
Well, that's exactly right. The only court that's ruled on it as far as a federal court right now is the district court. The issue of gay marriage in Florida is on appeal in Atlanta to the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals. Now, they can still decide gay marriage is protected, gay marriage is not protected by the Constitution. And even if they rule, this is an issue ultimately going to be decided by the U.S. Supreme Court. So they're going to have the ultimate say as to whether gay marriage is going to be protected by the Constitution. But either way, it's going to happen in Florida as of January 6th. And the bigger question is, what happens if people get married on January 6th and beyond, and then these higher courts decide that gay marriage isn't constitutionally protected? What happens to those marriages? And that is going to be an issue we might have to work out if they don't rule that gay marriage is constitutionally protected.
Yeah, it just seems like the Supreme Court is going to have to take on one of these cases and make a final decision, don't you think?
I think so. You know, this issue came up before the Supreme Court where they could have taken it in right before this term, and they chose not to touch it. And as a result, we've got about 35 states where gay marriage is effectively legal. Now, things have changed. When they were looking at it before, basically all of the federal appellate courts have ruled one way. Now there is some conflict. We had the 6th Circuit Court of Appeals rule that gay marriage bans are allowed. And because of that, you have conflict between these circuits, and now it may be an issue that's ripe for the U.S. Supreme Court to take up.
All right. Steve Kramer, always a pleasure talking with you. Thanks so much for coming in tonight.
Thanks for being here. Glad to be here.
And a quick history of how we got here. Back in 2008, Florida voters approved a constitutional amendment that declared marriage between one man and one woman. But it wasn't until this past August when a U.S. district judge up in Tallahassee ruled Florida's ban on gay marriage unconstitutional.